Hello and welcome to another episode. I am your host. I'm Sean Calhoun, and today with me,
Christina Calhoun.
my lovely wife, Christina Calhoun. And today we're going to be talking about the schedule of a rock star agent. That's right. If you've been wondering, can I really make $100,000? What does my schedule need to be if I'm going to really make it? Then keep watching. All right. So the first thing is
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do, right? How do you feel? I mean, I'm going to tell you how I felt first and foremost. I will go into the real estate office, turn on my computer, and really I was hoping that the phone rang. I was hoping that my mobile phone rang or that somebody called in the office. And basically, I was kind of like a glorified secretary because I was transferring calls to other agents and things like that. I was not really getting a lot of business. I felt so much uncertainty. I just felt like I didn't know what I was doing and I didn't know what to do. And so I would, maybe try to call some people. I was thinking like, man, should I build a website? I mean, like I know I should be on social media, but I don't really know what I should be doing. I had no type of framework to really get in there and win. What about you, Christina?
Oh, I know the worst days ever are when I'm just not knowing what to do. I'm in reaction mode and it's like, this is just the worst. Then people are calling, trying to get answers, and I should be the one following up with them. It is not a good feeling, and it certainly does not set up your day in a good way.
No, not at all. So, if you are you feeling like that? Have you ever felt like that? If you have ever felt like that, just in the comment, just give me like yeah, I felt like that before. Um, yep. Okay. Yep. So, okay. And again, even later on, if you're watching this on YouTube, well, you're watching it right now. If you're watching it on YouTube or wherever you're watching it, if you drop a comment, we will chat back with you on that too. So anyway, what does a good schedule look like? Well, here's something that again I wish I knew. Now I know this was a game changer in helping Christina and I to go from just okay agents to being able to make well over $100,000 um, in sales. I mean net take home. So the big number one, write this down. The day starts the day before. It starts the day before. It's called the wrap up. Okay. So you need to really wrap up your previous day. And what I mean by that, the wrap up is number one, you're going to have to write down the three most important things that you need to accomplish tomorrow. The three most important things. Now, you might have 10, you might have 20.
You
Don't write
can't
them
do
down.
all that.
Yeah. If you could only finish three of the 20, because here's something else there's always going to be more to do than you can do. Always. Write down the top three that are the most important in that group. Okay. That's the first. Second of all, what you're going to want to do is write down the people that you need to call.
This will help keep you from being in reaction mode. And then they're calling you like, hey, what gives?
Write it down, okay? And make sure that you're, writing this down, putting it in your calendar. You're getting set up for the next day. Now, what's the last thing that they should do? Most importantly,
Oh, this is my struggle right
go to
here.
bed. Go to bed.
Not just go to
Go to
bed.
bed.
You got to go early.
Go to bed early. See, we love playing, we love staying up, watching TV, going for walks, whatever. Making some drinks, like what we can find a million things to do. Scrolling, commenting,
Social
hearting, thumbs up,
media.
right? Go to bed. Okay. If you want to make $100,000, you got to go to sleep. Unless those people on social media or on TV that you're watching are going to start giving you some checks, go to bed. Okay. That's the first step.
The reason you got to go to bed early is because
The next step, you got to get up early. Getting up early is the very next step. Now, I know that doesn't sound sexy. That's not something that, hey, most that you probably want to do. You probably say, hey, I got into real estate because I want money and I want freedom. And you can have those things. That's why you can go on vacations. You can do these things. However, you do have to get up early because you want to get into these daily habits. It's going to actually become a daily routine. Now, when we're getting up early, what are some of the things that we're doing early?
so you want to start your day with some positive motivation,
Yeah.
right? You got to get your mind right.
Hmm.
So in order to do this, you got to listen to maybe your favorite tune to kind of get you
Your favorite hype track. Come on, lay it out for real.
excited.
That's right. You got to get hyped, something that makes you smile, right?
Mhm.
And even before that, you have to really take care of your mind. So, personally, I like to read the Bible in the morning. That's what I do. It gives me a positive focus every single time. It gets me grounded. I feel my spirituality growing. So, I love doing that. But you should do something. You can read a book, listen to some comedy, something funny, right? Motivation. It's been said that motivation is kind of like taking a shower. You need to do it every day. Okay. So you need to start off and you got to start off earlier. You won't have enough time to do it. If you're rolling out of the bed in reaction mode, you got no time for motivation. You got no time to spend with the family, to walk the dog. You got to get out the door and get to work. So start early, get that those positive things going in your head. Now, the other thing that you want to do, and this is again in that early part. This is before you go to work, and I'm saying before you go to work, whether you're working from home or whatever. Before you go to your workspace, before you go to work, you also need to take in some nutrition and exercise. If you're just walking around the block, whatever you need to get into um, a really high peak performing state. Okay. So, what you're going to want to do is exercise and then take in something healthy. What are some healthy things that we like to take in and maybe they should do too?
So we have a juicer. So we get some fresh juice with fruits and vegetables, maybe a smoothie or some yogurt and granola, something to really sustain you. So
That's
you're
right.
not just feeding your mind, but you're also feeding your body.
That's right. And you can and take in what you like Christina said. What's that new fruit that you're on right now? The golden
It's
kiwi.
delicious.
But do what you like. Get something that you like. Find something that you like that's really going to nourish you and that's going to help your morning. So what's next? What's the next step? Okay, we I've done these things. What's next?
Well, now you got to become a pro.
All right. Now you think about that. Have you ever watched any sports?
Yes,
Professional athletes. What do they do?
they practice.
They practice a lot. They practice so much that they make difficult things look easy. I don't care if it's hitting a 3-point shot, slapping a hockey puck, running down a field, throwing a pass. They make these insurmountably tough things. Throwing a baseball, right? Cracking that thing, catching. They make these things look easy. Swimmers, so many different sports. But it all comes down to being a pro. That is practicing a lot, sometimes daily, and especially before a game. Before a game is called warm ups. Warm ups, right? So the same thing. This
How would
is
you do this as a real estate agent?
before the game. So what is our game? Our game is Your network is your net worth, right? We're networking. We're reaching out to people, calling, texting, emailing. We're on social media, reaching out, sending private messages, DMs, whatever, right? So, in order to warm up, you can have a warm up partner that you reach out to practice, to say the words. Think about watching the tapes, okay? Professional athletes, they watch the tapes, right? So if you don't have a partner to practice with, okay? I mean, I'm talking about practice your calls, whether it's a for sale by owner or a buyer, lead, whatever. If you don't have a partner to practice with, watch the tapes. And what I mean by watch the tapes is record yourself. Okay. If you don't have a fancy phone system that records you, then go on your computer and type in voice recorder. If you got Windows, you got it. And if you got Mac, you probably got it too. All right. You probably have it. So you can record your calls, okay, while you're doing it. If you're using Google Voice, all you got to do is press 4. Boop, it records the call, okay? So record your calls, listen to the tapes, and you can see, oh man, this is where I went wrong. I can do this better. And you need to learn the things that you say that work and the things that didn't work that you shouldn't say, okay? So that's what you're going to want to do. Anything else with that?
And just like the pros know their stats, as an agent, you need to know your stats as well. Find out what's coming on the market, what's coming soon, what's pending. So know what's going on in your market where you're dominating it.
That is such a beautiful thought. Could you imagine your favorite player walking on, just say, the golf course or the basketball court and they don't know the scores? You have to know the stats. You got to know the scores. So for us, like Christina said, you got to know the market. What's coming soon? What's new? Look at the pictures, because guess what? When you talk to people, they're going to say, "Have you saw that house?" Or they may not even know the address of the place. And when you kick that out,
Yes.
they're going to instantly have confidence in you.
All right. So then
What?
the next 4 hours is your time to play. So what do you need to do with new business?
With new business,
Mm-hmm.
new business is number one always. Okay, new business is number one. So again, you're in the office at this point when you're doing the checking your stats. After you are in the office. So new business always comes first. If you just go to the business that you have, what you're going to find is you're going to complete that business and then you're going to finish all those transactions. Woo! Some of them are going to drop off, and then you're going to be at that. I'm rich because I made this money, and then I'm broke because I have nothing else coming. If you want to really stay on track, I'm talking about the schedule to make 100 plus thousand. You need to start with new business every day. The reason why you start with new business is because you're constantly bringing in someone new into your funnel, into your pipeline. Okay, so that's what we mean by new business. So that could be you following up with new business. Just say you missed some calls, because you were on appointments. I got to call this new business. I got to call these people to get them in. If you don't have any new business, maybe check with your broker or with an agent that's busy. Network with them to get some new business. Here, you can go onto our website, prettyhomeacademy.com. You can see some other tips on how to get new business, or you can go to prettyhomerealty.com. Check that out. See how you can get some new business. We go a little bit more in depth, but start with the new business. What's next?
Well, then you got to start once you've made those calls, you need to put all your notes into your CRM.
That's right.
And
While
if
you
you don't have a CRM,
just put it into your contacts. Worst case scenario. Christina and I did not start off with a powerful CRM, contact relationship management system, like we have today. Okay, I started out with just contacts. And I would put my notes in there, and then I would put them in groups. Okay. my top 16 people that I'm working with. I had a group of them. I had my buyers. I had all these little groups. And when I had a CRM, boom, we transfer all of that information in. They're organized and we continue to grow. So just start there. If you don't have a robust system, don't let that hold you back. Put those notes in. Now, the important thing on the notes are
What's the next step and add it to your calendar?
that's it. What is the next step? Just think about a football game, right? And you want to move the chains. You want to get down the field to score a touchdown. What is the next step? What is the next thing to do? That is super important that you put. So you put your notes, hey, they're looking for a 3-bedroom home, 325,000. They have kids, they have a dog named this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you put that in there. That's great. You need that in there. Then you put what's next.
They need to get pre approved or they need to find which school district they want, or all those other things is part of the process to move them forward.
Whatever it is, that's the next step that you get them into. All right.
And then make appointments.
That is so appointment. That's what important. That's what this is all about. Okay. You want to do all of this things, all these things to make appointments. And your next appointment could be to do anything. If it's to follow up with them, if it's to, like Christina said, okay, they got pre-approved. I sent them to, to a lender or whatever the case was. Now I want to follow up with you to see, hmm, have you done that? Right.
Is there
Or,
anything you need to send the lender?
right. Or the best, hey, I'm going out on a listing appointment. They're ready to list their house, or I'm going out on an appointment to show some properties. Whatever the case is, it's all moving towards an appointment. Nothing happens without appointments. So an appointment to call, follow up, text, or show, list homes, whatever the case is. So again, this is the first half of your day. And then the second part of your day is going to be going on appointments. If you have this as your schedule, there is no way you cannot make $100,000 minimum, okay, in the 12-month calendar year. If you need more help, more hand holdings, guess what? You can call humans that will actually talk to you and give you more help. Okay. Just go to prettyhomerealty.com or Pretty Home Academy and you'll see the number direct there. You can reach out. You can call us if you need help with any of these things that we mentioned. All right. And also, if you want to just check out some of these tips and things, maybe you're watching this at night when you should be going to bed, then check it out. You can check out the videos there and then call us later.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We hope you got some value. If you really like this, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the bell to subscribe. We have a lot of content coming out lots of content coming out weekly, daily sometimes. So make sure you hit that bell so that you'll know when we have something new. And thanks for watching. Drop a comment if you had a light bulb aha moment, and we'll see you on the next episode.